Who would win in a fight? Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet and all the Infinity Stones, or Jackie Chan holding a baby on top of a ladder while his love interest is watching? Oh, also, he wants no trouble. I think the answer is obvious, Jackie Chan of course. He is an amazing martial artist with an insane number of movies and music albums under his belt. But what about video games? Well, there's Jackie Chan Stuntmaster for the PS1, which is a solid 8 out of 10. There's also Hong Kong 97 for the Super Famicom, which is at least a 1.2 billion out of 10. Today though, I'll be talking about Jackie Chan Adventures, developed by Atomic Planet Entertainment and published by Sony for the PS2 back in 2004. If any of this looks familiar, it's because this game is an adaptation of the animated series of the same name, which first aired in 2000. So it's a time game that's all about Jackie Chan? What could go wrong? Let's find out! The game's plot is a mix of seasons 1 and 2 from the show and follows the legend of the 8 evil elemental demons, led by Sendu, the demon of fire. The 8 demons were banished to the Neverworld by the great Chinese immortals, who used the power of the Pan-Ku box to seal them. Unfortunately though, the box is in the hands of the Dark Hand, a secret organization led by Valmont with the goal of unleashing the demons upon the world for some undisclosed reason. Thankfully, Jackie Chan, a martial arts expert and renowned archaeologist, is there to stop them, along with his niece and uncle. And that's pretty much the gist of it. It's your typical Saturday TV cartoon plot. Two questions though. Why make the box that can seal the demons be able to free them as well? Seems a bit counterintuitive. And why does the Dark Hand want to unleash them anyway? They're gonna destroy the world, how are they gonna benefit from that? Although with demons harnessing the destructive power of sky and moon, I wouldn't worry too much about it. Anyway, our adventure begins in Mexico, with Jackie Chan searching for some ancient talismans, as instructed by his uncle. Suddenly he is attacked by shadowy ninjas, and the action begins proper. Let's see if it's any good. From the very start, it is obvious that Jackie Chan Adventures is a kids game. The graphics are cartoony, the combat is simplistic, and the puzzles barely require any thought from you to solve them. And it makes sense really, since this is an adaptation of a cartoon. I was pleasantly surprised however by the amount of content and neat little things this game has, making it feel like a well thought out experience, instead of a quick cash grab. But first, the presentation. The graphics are cel-shaded, with thick borders outlining the 3D models and landscapes. Kinda reminds me of Borderlands actually. I think this was the best way to approach the transition from the show's 2D graphics to the game's 3D ones. It really makes the action pop and, most of all, makes you feel like you're playing one of the show's episodes. The graphics aren't perfect though, as they are a bit too simplistic for my taste. Most of the walls are flat, single-colored, untextured surfaces, and many levels lack that crucial amount of background detail that would really make them more realistic and lived in. But it's okay for the most part, the game's cartoony look makes up for its graphical shortcomings. As for the music, it's your typical action cartoon compositions, nothing really to comment on here. Get ready to listen to the show's main theme over and over again. By the way, Jackie Chan doesn't voice his character in the game, and neither does he in the show as well, which I think is the biggest travesty humanity has been a part of. Oh well, at least he says the thing in this one. Come on, Jackie, say the thing.
I don't want any trouble.
Jackie Chan Adventures is your typical 3D platforming action-adventure type of game. You can jump, grab onto ledges, wall jump, and run vertically across walls. Prince of Persia? All I know is Jackie Chan. When it comes to combat, you can punch and kick enemies and combine these two attacks into 3-hit combos, with each one having a different animation. You can also pick up weapons such as swords, sticks, and even brooms that have their own unique combos as well. Besides your basic attacks, you can lock onto enemies, block or dodge incoming hits, and even counter-attack if your timing is right. Once you master the parrying moves, combat encounters become super easy, since they are a one-hit kill and they are relatively easy to pull off as well. Dark Souls? Jackie Chan would totally kick the chosen undead's head off, then make a funny face and say sorry probably. However, there is a pretty big problem with the game, and it becomes apparent as soon as you start. The controls are terrible! First of all, the camera. It is way too sensitive, can get stuck on the environments, and overall takes time to get used to its motions. Then you have the movement itself. Running around is very floaty and imprecise, and the jumping is stiff as hell. You have no air control. Once you jump towards a direction, that's it. You can't change or correct your trajectory at all. Thankfully, the platforming isn't that demanding and you can easily get by most of it, but some parts that required precision were a bit annoying. The game's great asset though are the magic talismans that you find along your travels. There are 12 of them and they add a lot of variety to the gameplay. They can make you faster, stronger, or give you different abilities to traverse hazards, such as double jumping, astral projection, splitting yourself into two, or even turning yourself into a monkey. Funniest shit I've ever seen. All these are great and add a lot of depth in the game's combat, platforming, and puzzle solving, even though most of it is pretty easy and straightforward. Switching talismans in a hurry, however, is pretty clunky and the combat encounters are a simple button mashing affair. Boss fights are a bit more involved, since they require you to exploit the enemy's weakness, Legend of Zelda style, but it's still pretty simple and repetitive stuff. Doesn't really matter though, since this game oozes with charm. The writing manages to capture the show's essence and can be pretty funny at times. The voice acting is on point, and there is a lot of variety in the places you'll explore, so you'll always have something new to look forward to. Yeah, you'll be visiting Mexican temples, ancient ruins, Alcatraz prison, and the moon. Wait, what? Jackie Chan takes a shuttle provided by the game's secret intelligence service and travels to the moon in this game? Well, fuck me, this is obviously the best game ever made. Besides all the classic combat and platforming, there are also a lot of minigames you can complete to unlock secrets or improve your stats. At your uncle's dojo, you can engage in timed combat challenges that reward you with a maximum health or chi increase. You need chi to be able to use your talismans, but it's pretty pointless since the game constantly showers you with health and chi pickups, and you can also hold the last attack of your combo to replenish a part of it. So you basically have unlimited chi, which I'm fine with. Anyway, outside the dojo, you have several small hub areas you can explore to find secrets, talk to people, or take part in activities such as bidding in auctions and rope jumping. Very exciting! Jesus Christ, these are the most terrifying children I have ever seen in a video game. There is also a fully fledged card game you can play for some crazy reason. Throughout the game you collect cards from fallen enemies, broken pots or minigames. You can then create your deck and fight opponents in turn-based combat to win one of their cards. Each card is a character or an element from the game, each with different stats and abilities. Gwent? Fuck that! Jackie Chan would totally stab Geralt of Rivia with a broken broom handle, smash him with a ladder, then kick him towards a lava pit while jumping to grab a falling baby. I might have taken it too far. But who cares? It's Jackie Chan, goddammit! Jackie Chan Adventures was such a pleasant surprise to me. It's a charming little game that perfectly adapts the source material into a playable version of it with a lot of different fun things you can do. Yeah, the controls aren't the best and the gameplay is a bit too simplistic for my hardcore gamer taste, but it's still a very enjoyable experience that I recommend wholeheartedly. And that's pretty much it for Jackie Chan Adventures. Man, I've said that name a lot of times, haven't I? Thank you very much for watching, I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like if you did, comment your thoughts below, and subscribe for more stuff. You know how it goes. Have a great day, and until next time, take care and have fun.